Today, I'll be showing you guys the best pro settings in Modern Warfare 3 rank play. And when I say pro settings, obviously I'm not a pro, but a lot of the pros do use these settings. They might change something here and there, but for the most part, a lot of them do use these same exact settings. And in my opinion, settings is a big part of it when it comes to how the game feels, how choppy it is, how smooth it is. So for my controller settings, I play on a scuff, just a regular old scuff, you know, scuff pro. Just play on default with my scuff. I do play with the controller vibration off. I feel like if you play with it on, I don't know, there's something wrong with you because it should be off. My dead zones are, my left stick min is 0, left stick max 99, right stick min is 5. I'm gonna change the left trigger and right trigger right now both to 0. That basically means that you have to put less pressure on both of your triggers in order for the gun to fire. So it makes sense to have them at 0 because I know there's a lot of controllers that have the trigger stops, but unfortunately I don't have trigger stops, so putting them at 0 would probably be the best. I honestly didn't even know they weren't at 0 right now, so I guess it's good that I checked. And for my sensitivities, I have them both. I have it at 6.6. I know a lot of people play on 6.6, a lot of the pros do too, but you can honestly switch it up. A lot of people like playing on high sensitivity. It kind of just depends on your preference and what you've been used to your whole life. All this stuff is the same, just 1, and then all that. And then the aim response curve type, I play on dynamic with most people as well, because dynamic is absolutely OP. I feel like it gives you the most aim assist, and it makes a lot of players, I feel like, better at aiming than they should be. But everyone's kind of using this. If you have it on standard or linear, change it to dynamic right now and try to see the difference. It is gonna be actually insane. And then I'm just gonna go through this stuff. I feel like all this stuff right here, it should just be like kind of on default. Aim assist, obviously turn that on. Aim assist type, keep it on. I keep mine on default. You could try other ones, but my opinion, default is the best one. And I used to play on Black Ops in the other games, but this game I haven't really changed it and it's worked out for me. I personally like to follow the pro GAs. I don't know why. It doesn't even affect me at all. So, but you know, it just makes me feel better about myself. I know a lot of people don't give a fuck, but I also play on single tap sprint. Double tap is GA'd, and make sure you turn off all your mantles. I have my slide/dive behavior on slide only, because there was a lot of times in the beginning of the game where I was dolphin diving when I meant to slide, and it was pissing me off, to be honest with you, because it threw a lot of lives away from me, and I just lost a lot of winnable situations because I accidentally dolphin dive. So if you want to slide only and not dolphin dive at all, I would change the slide behavior to slide only. I hate this weapon mounting shit. I promise you, it is the worst thing ever. When rank play wasn't out and pubs was on, I would accidentally be mounting sometimes, and you just have to turn this off. In rank play, luckily that they ban a lot of this stuff, so it doesn't really apply to anyone that plays rank play. My interact/reload behavior, I have prioritize interact. This is all personal preference as well. So this basically means that I have to hold square to reload, and any gun that's on the floor, I can just tap it and I'll pick it up. To me, it's easier, but you might not like that, so you can just use whatever you want on that one. And for graphics, I use full screen borderless because I'm always going to my left monitor to record, stop recording and all that stuff. But if you don't have a second monitor, there's no reason for you to be switching screens and all that. Play on full screen exclusive. That is going to give you the best quality overall and just make your game feel better. There's not that really much of a difference, but I do have to use the full screen borderless. The display adapters, your graphics card, display monitor, whatever. I have 2 monitors, whatever monitor you want to have it on. I have it on the one in front of me, obviously. So that's basically it for display. All the other stuff doesn't really matter. And for quality, for upscaling and sharpening, make sure your fidelity cast is on. Make sure the strength is at 100. For these details and textures, to optimize the best like for your gameplay, if you're playing rank play, you should honestly, in my opinion, have all these on low and very low and off and all that. All the pros do the same. If you're streaming, you should also probably have it on low and all that stuff, unless you have some insane PC that can handle everything. For the most part, none of us have that. Even the pros, they probably have insane PCs and they still put all these on low and off. I'm gonna keep going down and you're just gonna see literally all of them are on low, very low, off, and none of them are on high at all. I'm gonna turn that low because I didn't even know that was on. But your game is gonna run much smoother with all these off, just because if you put all of them on high or on the highest quality, the game is going to be struggling way harder to process the game and all the graphics at the same exact time, with all the movement and everything you're doing as well, because Call of Duty is a very fast game and your PC could only handle so much. So it might not feel the smoothest, it might look good obviously, but it's not gonna feel the smoothest. And when you play Call of Duty, you want to be able to prioritize your movement and the way the game feels as much as possible. After you're done with all this, you just press apply. But we're going to view now. I play on the field of view of 103. I would suggest playing on anywhere from 100 to probably 105. There's no reason to go above 105, to be honest with you, just because once you get to like the 110 mark, everything's gonna be further away and it's gonna be harder to see. If you like that, then go ahead. But I know there's those little movement kids on Twitter that like playing on like 120 or something. And to me, that's insane because you really just can't see anything. In the field of view, I have it on affected. Motion blur, make sure your motion blur is off for weapon and world motion blur. I see sometimes there's videos of people playing and they have motion blur on, and it is so insane. It's basically like you're wearing drunk goggles. I know a lot of you guys know what drunk goggles are. It's just gonna, every time you move, it's just gonna be blurry. I don't even know why they have that in the game, to be honest. It's pretty dumb in my opinion, but who knows? For the film grain, put that at 0. And for the first person camera movement, third person camera movement, make sure it's at 50%. The least amount. Again, we're going on the least amount for a lot of these settings. I am colorblind, so I try to make it like as obvious as possible, like who's the teammate and who's the enemy, the point, like, you know what I'm saying? So I have mine on like a very kind of light color. I have my team on a kind of a dark color, and anyone in my party is kind of just light as well. My enemy is completely red. I wanted it to be as opposite as possible, and say there's a hard point, it's not being capped, it's obviously gonna be white. When it's contested, it's this. It's like you guys are probably looking like these look kind of different. Well, I'm colorblind, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I try to make it as easy as possible for me. The only thing that sucks with this is sometimes when there's a teammate next to me, since it is a really light color and I'm mostly playing squads, their name blends in with the wall or something. So it's like I accidentally shoot some of them sometimes. But you know, it's okay though. It's okay. If you're colorblind as well, try to make it as easy as possible for you. I don't even know what I think the regular one is on green. It's just green and red, and I'm green red colorblind. So the green teammates and the red enemy, those shits looked exactly the same to me, and I literally couldn't tell the difference. So that's gonna be it for the settings video. There's not like a lot of the settings are the same, like all turning everything low and all that. That's basically just for your gameplay and how shit works. But I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Shout out to whoever commented for me to do a settings video. I'm trying to hit iridescent soon. As you can see, I'm prim too. I'm almost there, kind of. Subscribe for new. Like this video if you enjoyed it. I'm out. Peace.